Nagbabalik na naman po ang aming channel para maghatid sa inyo ng mga balita na pawang katotohanan lamang. Kabi-kabilaan sa social media ang pagsisingil nga sa pamilyang Marcos na estate taxes nila na nagkakahalagang 203 billion daw. Ngunit bakit nga ba hanggang ngayon ay tahimik pa rin ang pamilyang Marcos sa usapang ito? Kaya sa video ito ipapaliwanag ni JD at ni Attorney Trixie kung ano nga ba talaga ang estate tax at kung bakit hindi ito hinaharap ng mga Marcos. Ngunit bago yan, kung bago ka pa lamang dito sa aming channel, sana'y huwag mo namang kalimutang i-click ang subscribe button at pakipindot na rin ang notification bell para lagi kang updated sa aming latest na videos. Maraming salamat po sa walang sawang pagsuporta.
Calls, I always wonder bakit hindi nag-e-explain ng sobra-sobra ang mga Marcoses sa lahat ng mga isyong binabato sa kanila, including the sins of the past. I mean, they still have the influence, the resources, the capability to defend themselves, and they still have the platform. Pero bakit di nila ginagawa? In fact, mas marami pa tayong naririnig na explanation coming from their supporters and Marcos loyalists than them. Guilty ba sila? Wala ba silang pakialam or napapagod na ba silang mag-explain? Why? Then I realized one important rule I've learned in life, that too much explanation will lead to distortion. I mean, if I tell you the truth and I am so clear about it, there's nothing else left to say, regardless if you believe it or not. So if I will allow myself to be in that situation where I need to keep explaining myself whenever someone asks the same question over and over again, it is indeed exhausting and it will take the best out of me. It will become an endless loop of questioning and explaining but will not end up being reconciled just because my version of truth that I first stated is not the same with the version of truth that they wanted to hear. But there's only one truth, and that's something that will never be distorted. So why did the Marcoses stop explaining themselves? I think this is the reason why. Because the Philippines is now in the era where everything has been laid out. We all have heard the truth and its distorted version. And if the Marcoses defended themselves already in the past, there's nothing else left to say in the present. It means it's gonna be up to you and me to judge whose narrative is the truth.
Reaction sa sinabi ni Carpio na may desisyon ng Supreme Court sa estate tax, di na ba pwede mag-motion for reconsideration? Okay, I will repeat. We have to look to the leaders. Why are these people raising it? Okay, bakit nila nire-raise itong estate tax issue? Does it affect the candidacy of BBM? Ano yung sinasabi nila? Tax evader? No. Who owes the taxes? The estate. Hindi yung individuals. Hindi po yung mga administrators or executors ng will or the administrators of the estate. Ang binabayaran ng estate taxes out of the property that consists of that the estate consists of. So, does it affect BBM's candidacy? No, it does not. Why are they raising it? Intriga lang po yan. Because people will make the conclusion na masamang tao si BBM simply because the estate allegedly has not paid any taxes. Pero if you will take note, bakit ang tagal-tagal? Yung issue na yan, buhay pa rin. Because may Supreme Court resolution and all that, sinasabi naman daw ng mga Marcoses is that, go ahead, why don't you execute on the property? Now, the estate taxes are supposed to be paid out of that property. So, kung kunwari, may nakitang secret bank account, bagawing bahagi yan ng estate, pero yung estate taxes ay kukunin dun din sa if you allege that that is part of the estate, dun din kukunin sa supposedly secret bank account na yun. The heirs are not going to pay out from their own pocket. The estate taxes must be taken from the estate. Ngayon, kung hindi yan binabayaran ng administrator ng estate, pwede namang i-attach ng BIR yung mga property na yon to satisfy the payment for the estate taxes. So may remedyo po yan. Nire-raise lang ng ibang mga tao yung mga issues regarding the unpaid taxes of the estate para bang-intriga. Because what are the conclusions you're going to make out of that? The estate has not paid taxes, nor has the BIR acted on the property that has been declared part of the estate. Ewan ko kung bakit ginagawa na. It's a dud actually. But it's designed to confuse people kasi yung ordinaryong tao, hindi nila naiintindihan yung estate proceedings, pero naiintindihan nila yung term na hindi nagbayad ng taxes. So they will make that leap in logic to conclude that there's something wrong here. Now, the something wrong here is why aren't the usual processes kicking in? And if it is true that the estate has not paid taxes over the course of several years, why has nobody acted on it? Hindi naman obligasyon ng mga, if the administrators say, o di sige, go ahead, act on to. Kunin nyo yung property para masatisfy yung taxes. Bakit hindi ginagawa? Sabi ni Karina Tamayo, there are properties already levied for the purpose. So, ayun na nga, that's even worse. Ibig sabihin, wala na pala yung issue na yun. But I understand, kasi the last time that this was explained by BDM, what he was saying is, well, go ahead. If you think that there are taxes due on the property, then go ahead. That property is not even in our hands. So, bakit sila yung magiging responsible for this? Now, what we're seeing here is a story in shortcut. Raise nila, sabihin, may tax evader kasi yung estate di pa nagbabayad ng taxes. So those who are not in the know, that's all they will know. Ay, hindi nagbayad ng taxes. Was it BBM who didn't pay taxes on his own income tax? No, of course not. The estate is responsible for the estate tax. If the administrators don't pay it, then the BIR can levy on the property and satisfy the payment of taxes. So, shortcut lang siya. Gumagawa ng intriga where the processes of law are adequate naman to address that. If they want to address it,